Let's go ahead and bring in Steiner Sports CEO, Brandon Steiner.
One of the country's top memorabilia mogul.
I have an unbelievable guest, Brandon Steiner.
Brandon's second to none.
Welcome, Brandon Steiner here live. First of all, I'm sorry. I know we were supposed to do the giveaway today. We're going to double down and do it tomorrow. So don't, if you're there looking for that, I brought one of my favorite basketball players of all time. Magic Johnson, you know, is my favorite male player. Teresa Weatherspoon, one of my favorite players of all time. Nobody grinded, hustled. The word defense, you see her name in the dictionary right underneath that word. Nobody played defense, locked up more players.
I tried.
No, you more than trying. Come on.
I went at him.
You were tough, man. I wouldn't want to have to play against you.
I enjoyed it. That was on a defensive end. That was fun. That was fun part of the game.
Yeah, you were tough, man. You were tough on D. You were just. I just love that. I actually love that team. I miss that team. It's a fun team.
You know, we did. We had a lot of fun together. We really enjoyed practice. Our practices were much harder than our games. We tried to murder each other in there to prepare ourselves for game time, to have that fun on defense, to be the people that just snatch away your confidence when we played, and that's what we were about.
Well, this is an entrepreneurial program where we always talk with athletes and just try to find out the what else. But my first question is, why basketball? Because, you know, was that natural? Like for you, you grew up in Texas. Is that natural? Like girls grew up and they played a lot of basketball? Or were you a little bit of an odd kid? We like odd kids here, by the way.
But it was natural from a family of nothing but athletes. Of course, my mom was not the athlete, but she was a great drum majorette in Virginia who never lost her little meets, she said. But she was one of the greats at that. But my dad was a super athlete, baseball, football.
Your dad played in the major leagues, didn't he?
He actually played with the Minnesota Twins and their affiliates. So it was, we had to do something.
So you had the genes going, and your brothers, or?
My brothers played football as well at Prairie View A&M University. What injuries caused my brothers not to be in the league at this point? Knee, shoulder.
Were you beating them up as a kid? Like you hear about Reggie Miller and Cheryl were like just killing Reggie. Were you?
I'm the baby.
Oh.
I'm the baby, so
okay,
I was protected. I was covered. But they did say that if I didn't win anything when we were playing games, that I was ready to fight. I was that one that just didn't know how to control my competitive emotions.
How about college? Did you get a scholarship?
Yes, I did. It was the only way that I would be able to play collegiately because my parents didn't have the money to be able to send 6 of us to college. So I knew that I had to work my tail off in high school to get that scholarship to play. And Louisiana Tech offered me a scholarship to play. Wasn't highly recruited. Was not highly recruited at all because I'm from a very small place of 882 people.
And that's small. 882.
882. I can see 882 people around the corner.
How many in your graduating class?
29.
29 kids?
29.
Well, we know you made the team.
29 people in my graduating class, but I finished on top of that class.
You did?
Finished on top.
All right,
that was important.
Cool.
That was important to me. That was important. As an athlete, everybody thinks it's just all about basketball. But my family was all about my education. If I didn't do what I was supposed to do in the classroom, I wasn't able to play.
Really?
So I got competitive in the classroom. Those competitive juices went straight to the classroom too.
Is there a lesson or something your father taught you? Because you seem like you come from that type of family. Was it something your dad taught you at an early age, or that carries on with you now?
Always. My dad was a disciplinarian. My mom was that real soft-spoken lady, but when she spoke, it was just tremendous volumes. You know, and it was all about how we conducted ourselves, how we represented ourselves. That meant so much to our family. We didn't have very much like other families might have had, but the one thing we had in that house was that word love. We had love. We were cared for, and we were taught to do things the right way. The yes, ma'am, the yes, sir, the no, sir, the no, ma'ams. We were taught to say those things because it was a respect factor. It's out of respect, and that goes a long way.
What do you think about women's basketball these days? If I have a daughter, where do you see the game going, and how much different is it today versus when you were playing back in college or high school even?
Well, when I played, especially here with New York, the game was
The inaugural team, by the way, the
inaugural
first
team.
I mean, you broke the league up. I mean, you
broke
started
that
the league,
thing
right?
up. We were super excited to come play in America when we finally got our chance, because
Yeah.
the majority of us were playing overseas, because that was the ultimate for us. Or the ultimate was to be a part of an Olympic team, which only 12 get. And I'm so thankful that I was able to play on 2 Olympic teams. But to play overseas was the ultimate. So to come back in America to play was big, especially to understand that it was bigger than us.
Playing in Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden.
How hot was that? And you were drawing a lot of people back then,
Oh,
too.
we were drawing big time. It was big.
You know? I mean, it was big.
So we walk out and we're looking around. The only one from New York was Sue Wicks. Sue Wicks was the only one from New York area. The rest of us, we were really country
Sue Wicks
girls.
was an assassin. She was a lefty, wasn't she? Or
She's
was she
a
a
righty,
righty?
but she could use that left. But she was a righty. But we called
Who was
that
the
one
lefty on your team there?
Kim Hampton.
Kim Hampton was
Kim
the lefty.
Hampton was the big
Another
lefty.
one,
She-
God, I mean, you're not getting a rebound from her.
No
way.
We were a physical basketball team, and that's probably the thing that's changed the most, is the physicality of the game. But when you talk about athleticism and talent, these girls are gifted. These girls can really play the game. But I guess the question that was always asked to us is, well, you guys have passed the torch on to a great generation. Why would I pass my torch on to someone who doesn't understand this journey of this torch? But what I will do is, when I see that that torch is not lit, let me light that torch with experience and wisdom. That's the only thing I do with my torch. But these girls have taken their shoes, their torch, and they're doing a great job with elevating the game, women's basketball, and they're making sure that they keep the young ones in mind of they are dreaming too. Because that's the one thing that we kept in mind, that this is bigger than us. There's girls who we can help that really don't have to go overseas like we did, but they do because of salaries and what's necessary for them to make a living. But we wanted to make sure that this stayed here. This stayed in America, that we must show our gift. We have to. It was a must in order for them to be able to play too.
Surprised you this year, the WNBA, just the level of talent, the game? Is it the highest level you've ever seen it, or do you feel that the game's on the rise in the right direction? I thought the playoffs were unbelievable.
You hit it on the nail.
I was ready to get on a plane.
That's the excitement of it, though. They kept it exciting. It wasn't like it's going to be a tremendous blowout or you know exactly who's going to win this year. No, it was so exciting that everybody was just sitting right there watching this thing excited. You had to feel like, I got to go on a plane.
My girl that I'm taking, like if I'm in the schoolyard, which I'm always thinking, if I'm in the schoolyard, who would I take?
Yeah.
I'm taking Dewana Bana. Dewana Bana, like, I'm like, listen, everybody knows I love Diana Taurasi, and Della Don, and Stewart, and Maya Moore. So there's another one that's like, whoa. I may have to. Maya Moore is another one you want on your side because we're gonna. She's like no nonsense player. I love that about her. Mm-hmm. But Dewana Bana, like, I'm like, how do you guard that person?
Yeah.
Inside, outside. I haven't seen a woman with that kind of footwork. And then once you get that kind of, then she just steps back, starts throwing in threes. She just looked like she could do anything, and she just had a kid or whatever. I mean, it wasn't like.
Agree.
Oh my God! I mean, I think she's like an understated player.
She is. But you know the one that I would snatch in any second and say, "Come get in my foxhole." It's Nneka Ogwumike.
Really?
She is relentless every single game. Nothing changes. She goes hard no matter what. And I think the thing that I like about her as well is she's worked on her game to extend herself. Not only what she does great, because she has great footwork. Her footwork underneath the block, and she's tough, she's strong, she's powerful. But she's also extended her game to be able to knock down the open three-pointer, being able to put it down on the floor. But to watch her go get a rebound,
it's amazing.
It is unbelievable. Sometimes I'm like, oh, wow.
So you confident about this game? Are you feeling like the game is in the right direction? Because you hear different parts of the, should the girls get paid more? That's always a conversation. And you look at some games and it looks like it's jamming. You look at a game in Minnesota, it's jamming. You look at other arenas, not so much. You feel like the game's in the right track compared to, you've watched over 22 years now.
Yes. With the gift of talent, yes.
Crazy talent.
Yes.
And crazy college talent. It's
crazy.
Right?
Now, first of all, let me correct something right quick.
Yeah.
We were pretty talented too when we played.
No question.
But the talent has really
the women's game I never saw on TV like I do now.
Yeah.
The college game, rather.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. It's all over now, which is great. It's great for our young eyes to have their eyes upon girls that they can really relate to. It's excellent. But when you talk about the level of talent, oh yeah, we're in the right direction there. And like you said, the salaries, that's going to always be a question right now. That's going to be a huge conversation right now. And as you can tell, the girls have really decided this is what they're going to do to make a stand.
Well, I think and I'll just say this, and because there's a lot of pressure, what comes first? You pay the girls more, or does the league need to make more money? But right now, the girls are being played small. They're getting paid small, and then it equals getting, you're playing them small, and they're much bigger than that. These women are really talented. I wish they were around more in the off season, because I don't know if people really get to see really not only the talent but the personalities. Mm-hmm. There's some characters in this league, and I wish we could see more of it, but they run off to Europe. And we kind of miss some of that. That is so well said, because you have some gifted girls who not only do they play the game of basketball, you have some can do so many other things, and their life journey needs to be told. Yeah. Not just the first 5 that you see who are out there playing and those names that you know, but you also need to go down to the last person on that bench and her journey of how she got here and what did she have to go through to get there, because you're speaking to all levels of men and women of, dang, she went through that and she made it. I can too. You want everybody's story to be told, because it's amazing stories. It is amazing stories, and there's a lot of young girls that could use those role models. Because when you think about the women athletes, you've got the figure skating, gymnastics, tennis, a little bit of golf, but and there's a lot of great hoop players that could be great role models. Just changing the subject for a minute, because I know you do a lot of player development. Yes. But also you do a little G League commentary. Yes. Are you liking the broadcasting? You feeling that a little bit? I am. I'm feeling it a little bit. When I first got started, of course, you don't want to overtalk the guy you're working with, your play-by-play. Syracuse guy, by the way. Yeah, yes, he is. He'll talk about it too. He'll talk about it. As he should. I mean, that's... But you don't want to overtalk. You don't want to get in the way, so to speak. So I was a little hush-hush in the beginning because I didn't want to overstep my boundaries, and that's how I am. But then it's more like, hey, just talk the game. And I started to really love it, but I started to find a different purpose in it. And when I found a different purpose in it was to help those young men who are really grinding for their dream at the next level, whether it's in the NBA or overseas, whatever it is for them, to get their story out there, to get people to understand their journey and why they're doing what they do, nicknames, all that stuff is important. I'm a G League season 2. I love the G League. Yes, you are? Yeah. But you like the league? I mean, is the league also evolving in your mind? I think that for the most part, I think that we as Westchester Knicks, I think we utilize it for what it truly is. And that's to invest in these young men and to help them to grow. And that's the most important thing. And I like the thing that we use that's different from everybody else. When the NBA calls one to come down, so to speak, they call it to come down to get their reps and their minutes to keep their confidence high. We call it to come over. Call it over, because you don't want anyone to feel like you were demoted in any kind of way. That's fair. But I think that we use the G League for exactly what it's supposed to be used for, and invest in those players. Some might get hurt. Normally, it's about being inconsistent. That's probably one thing that you see. That player's gone, another one's in. That player's gone, another one's in. But I think we do it a little bit better of investing in that player to help them to grow, to understand what needs to be done to be better. What I love about the league also is, like, you'll be watching the game and you'll be like, that's just incredible, I just watched. Mm-hmm. That's like better than the NBA. And then I'll watch something like, that's like high school level. Like, that's the insanity of this. I remember going to one of the coaches going, relax, coach, sit down. You're up 20. He goes, in this league, 20? There's still like a whole quarter left. It's nothing. It's nothing. And it is like, and that reminds me of high school, because and there's nothing like a great high school game in my mind. What do you tell your younger self? I mean, especially there's a lot of girls that watch this. I just can't believe the popularity of teenage women basketball players. So many young kids, AAU, all levels. Yeah. What do you tell your younger self, and what do you tell the girls out there about if they are serious about their game? That younger me is, and I've always said this because I was one when I was growing up, and I don't mind telling people, I thought I was really good at this game, and I was a hothead. I didn't listen like I should have. And when I became a sophomore in high school, my coach kicked me off the team. No. Kicked me off. And there was not that many kids on that team. Not very many on the team. So, and that was me thinking,
You need me. You need me. And she taught me a valuable lesson of thinking that you're so good that the team needs you that I'll call you back. No, she didn't call me back. My mother had to help get me back on the team. And when Mom got me back on the team, she said to my coach, do what you need to do to her. Discipline her. Ma, no, you're not supposed to say that. You're Mom. But that taught me a valuable lesson of listen, want to grow every single day. I want to be a better me every day. I want to be the best version of myself every day. What I did yesterday doesn't matter. What am I going to do today that matters? And if I can say that to any of the young people out there, it's great. We have 2 ears and one mouth for a reason. Listen more, talk less. And that is something I would say to our young people, is to listen to the direction and the guidance that's been given, because it's only going to be helpful to you.
In general, girls listen more so than guys.
In general.
That's why they're smarter. But, you find just my friend's coaching a lot of girls teams now, and it just seems like if you're rational and don't get too crazy, as far as just women don't like to scream and yell, and girls don't like that. But the girls just are better listeners. They seem like they're smarter at such a young age to me, and it's fascinating when I watch girls play, even in high school, whatever, how much fundamentally. And that's what I love about the WNBA. Fundamentally, it's a game I can watch and relate to. The NBA, I'm watching. I was at a net game Friday night, and I'm sitting there, and I hadn't really been up close and personal at a game. I go to a bunch of games, but maybe not so close. And I was like, I can't believe how many wrong things a player does, and it still works out for them. Because it's just so crazy talent. I'm like, that's the wrong foot you went off of. You just, but it works out for them.
It works out for them because of their athleticism. Yeah. And for us, it is important. It is imperative that we remain fundamentally sound. I've always been told to meet up with a talented player and fundamentally sound player, you're in trouble. You're really going to have to think this game through to defeat that person.
I wish I had
smart.
The talent, man. I know I was fundamentally good, but I wish I had the talent. I wouldn't know, but it's fun when you run into that. I hear you.
But
you're right.
That's an amazing question for me, is a lot of men don't like the WNBA, and they'll make it known. And you don't play as high off the ground as the men do. You don't dunk the ball. Why don't you bring the baskets down? Okay, you're disrespecting the game of basketball.
Should we bring the baskets down?
No, absolutely not.
Okay,
absolutely not. If you're talking about, think about Steph. Sure. Everybody loves Curry. Everybody. Does he play flying over the rim?
No.
No. He's fundamentally sound. He knows how to create space and get his shot off. He knows when to create that space. Boom. Get into the gaps and go score at the rim. He does all those little things that we do too. But nobody sees that. They want to see the high flying. The game is so much fun with those little things too. Watch Curry do it on the men's side. We do that on the women's side.
Do you like the game the way it is? You wouldn't change anything?
Don't change the backs on me. Don't change the ball on me. Don't change the style of play that we do.
Okay.
We play just as hard.
Give me your Mount Rushmore, your favorite players of all time. Give me the 5 greatest players of all time in your mind.
On the women's side?
Of course.
Oh, great. That's awesome. Okay. I think we have all forgotten about Lynette Woodard.
Two-time champion. Two-time WNBA or 3?
Oh, boy, that's it. Lynette Woodard. She played at University of Kansas. One of the best to do it. It was even a Harlem Globetrotter. One of the best to do it. We forget about what she did with the game for us to be able to do what we do.
What'd you love about her game?
She could do it all. But the tenacity. She was just, offensively, she scored the ball, rebound the ball, and a huge guard. Facilitator as well. Lynette Woodard was absolutely amazing.
Okay.
You gotta have Cynthia Cooper in there. Oh my goodness. I guess I can go ahead and talk about Cynthia Cooper because I had to defend the dang girl half the time.
And how tough was she?
She was so tough. We were always roommates on the Olympic teams. And I would always tell her, you will be known as the best in the world when you start to pass. You don't pass. When you start to pass, it's easy to guard you because I know you're not going to pass. And then we can load up on you because you're not going to pass. When you start to pass the ball, all hell's going to break loose. And she is the best because she does it all. She make everybody around her great because of what she can do and what she can create. Now, was she a defender? No, fake D. Fake defense, Cynthia Cooper, and you know it. One of the best, though. In
One
my
of the, and she was master of faking it.
Absolutely. But she was good at it. She was really good at it. And most people don't even remember this young lady, but I do because I had to defend her. And a couple injuries kind of plagued her a little bit. And that was Michelle Edwards. Michelle Edwards played in the University of Iowa. Not sure if she's still with Vivian Stringer at Rutgers. But this young lady could really play. We called her Ice.
Why is that?
She was ice cold. Just running through her veins, just ice cold. Amazing athlete, super duper athlete that could just score the basketball as well, pass the basket. She was a threat. She demanded your attention. She demanded your attention because of what she could do. We always have to put Tina Thompson in there. I mean, you're like, come on, you're grabbing these comments and they beat you. Yeah, they did, but I have to give them their respect, and I do that.
Should have beat them.
We should have. We
Yeah.
should have. Had 4 chances to get them, but 3 chances to get them and 1 to get the Sparks. We were in there 4 times, so I get a little salty talking about that.
As you should.
I really do.
That's never going away, is it?
No, never go away.
A couple of nights before you go to sleep, you start thinking about a couple of those shots maybe you could have hit or a pass or.
Yeah,
Or no?
the little things.
I'm such a bad
defensively.
loser.
I'm awful.
I just can't get over losing.
I'm absolutely awful. I am so bad at it that, anyway, we lost, but they got us. And I'm going to put myself in there. I'm putting myself in there because with that crew, I would love to conduct that crew, be their leader, their facilitator, their floor general, to lead that crew. Now, there are so many other girls
Yes.
that I adore that played this game, and I have so much respect
Who's
for.
the girl you like right now? Give me 2 players you like right now that are like you cannot afford not to go to a game and watch them play.
Oh, I'm definitely going to watch down and Teresa play. She'll snatch your heart out.
Oh yeah,
She'll
she's a
snatch
stone cold
you.
killer.
She will kill you.
Yeah, she'll kill you. She's been that way since she's a little kid.
And you gotta love that. You gotta
I love it.
every second of what she's
I may
bringing
have to
the
break out
game.
my Teresa Weatherspoon T-shirt and start playing. And that, I play in a Diana Taurasi T-shirt, which all my friends are killing me about it, but I don't care.
I just
I'm
like
like, when my game's lacking, I keep one in my bag.
Yeah.
When my game's lacking, I
Yeah.
put on a shirt because I need to start playing more like that.
I
in my
love
own
her
mind.
approach. Her approach
Oh.
is unbelievable. I'm going to kill you.
I'm going to destroy you.
I don't care about you right now.
Yeah.
It's the best attitude that you can have walking out on that floor. It's the best freaking attitude.
It's not a bad attitude, a little bit of business.
No,
and then,
it's
when
business.
you're competing too.
It's business, and when it's all
Yeah.
over, I might say hello to you. I might. I
She'll,
know I
she'll
did.
give you a little hug after she's picking you up
And
off the
she
floor.
will, and a smile too.
Yeah.
She'll smile right
Are
at
you
you.
okay?
Yeah, she knows.
No, I got 20 stitches in
and
your elbow.
We'll put you right back on the floor. We'll put you right back down there, maybe with the other eye.
So maybe the greatest of all time, the GOAT there, or who is the greatest woman player of all time? I struggle with. I still love Nancy Lieberman too.
Oh
for what
yes,
she
me too.
accomplished.
I love her too.
You got to give her props.
I'm gonna give her props.
And she's
because-
still bowling with
and
us. She's still playing.
Let me tell
and
you,
killing it.
Well, you remember she came to the league at 50. At 50.
How about I saw her play in what's the G League now with all men and competed, which is
her
25 years
desire,
ago.
Her competitive juices, like I don't care
man.
who you are. I don't care. And that I never trained with girls in off season. Never. Not 1 second. Never.
Who'd you train with?
I trained with all of the N1 guys. At that time, it was all the N1 mixtape guys.
You played with guys?
I wouldn't train with anyone
And was
else
it? Was
at
it?
that moment.
How was that?
It was unbelievable. It taught me so many things with my footwork, with my ball handling skills, with my ability to change directions really easy and quickly, and just the eagle eye of finding people, how to create it, then get it to them. It was just the most amazing thing. But they were in the gym to make me better. They were all coming all the time. They were in the gym with me. I trained with N1 guys.
Wow. Now you got listen, Taurasi, but give me 2 more that people you got to go and watch and play. Like I was shocked. I've seen a lot of Brianna Stewart, the UConn thing, which she was just so good in college, but I mean she was really good in these playoffs. She was like unstoppable, and what I love is she doesn't need the ball.
No.
She's not like, listen, I'll pick. She just does it all.
Brianna Stewart is amazing. You got to go watch her. But look who was leading the pack. Sue Bird. I have so much respect for
She's
the
not a
way
young
that she's-
chicken.
the
I
way
mean, not
that
a spring
she's kept
chicken.
herself in great shape.
I mean,
Oh, man,
another one will rip your heart out with a
rip your heart
smile.
out with a smile.
Sweet.
You just gotta love it.
gotta
Those are
love
people
her,
that when
yeah.
they walk into the gym, you want to watch them play. You want to watch them play because of how they want to rip you apart. And then as a young kid watching that, as you're playing or you're playing against her, take what she has. That's how you get better. As coaches, we take what each other have. That's how you get better. Same thing. Same thing with these veterans stepping out there. You're like, I like her approach. Pull her to the side. Ask her some questions. Talk to her. See what it is that she does that you have no clue about, and take it. Take it. Put it in your game. How does it add to you and what you're trying to do? It's okay.
You got to be a student.
You have to. It's important.
Have to. You're a Westchester person now.
Yeah.
You feeling your way up, and you feeling this?
I do. It's quiet though. It's quiet because we lived in the city, so we were real New Yorkers, for real. That's why I feel like I'm a New Yorker. And here it's quiet, it's laid back. You can kind of get the way I grew up, really laid back. Just trying to get a better feel for the area.
What's next for you? What's keeping you up at night, or what's getting you up in the morning? What are you excited about these days?
I'm just excited to be alive, though. That's just me, waking up, knowing that I did get up. But I'm still connected to the game of basketball, and that's important to me, is to make sure that every day, whether one of the girls was still here with me and not overseas, to make sure every day that I prepared myself to make sure that she's prepared and ready to go, to add to her game or to polish some things up in her game or give her a better understanding of the game. Because it's a different thing in playing the game and understanding the game. Or you just playing it, or do you understand it?
Do you think that, I know you're going to say in the NBA, do you think that there's enough of an understanding of the game, or is that getting lost because the kids are so moving so quickly through the rankings, 1 year in college? Should there be more emphasis on the understanding or just playing?
No, it's getting lost. It is getting lost of the understanding of the game. You just throw the ball to them, they go play. Or I can even ask, why did you make that move? Why did you stand there to set that screen? Why didn't you use that screen tighter? Or how do you use that screen? Or what did you see when the defense was playing you? Or when you were getting ready to use the screen, what are your 3 things that you look for? It's about understanding the game. And if you don't understand the game, you don't know why you just did what you did. It just happened. It just happened. No, if you understand the game becomes easy. It becomes easy at what you see defensively. The reaction started to happen. And when you start to react to what the defense gives, or you take what the defense gives, some dangerous things are about to go on.
Did you feel you had a basketball IQ above what most other players had when you played, which is what made you so special, especially defensively? It just always seemed like you were one step ahead, or you were guarding. Were you a big film watcher, or?
I believe there's a difference in watching and dissecting. I dissect film. When I'm watching, I dissect film. I want to see exactly how that happened. The hockey assist, okay, I see. I want to look at her footwork. How did she get there? How is she really getting to that spot? Is this her sweet spot? Well, I got to make sure that I take her every single time to where she does not want to go. I have to. It's something that I watch every player, because I could very well be switched off on a big. So I want to know, does she go over the right shoulder, left shoulder? Does she shimmy? What does she do? I have to know in order to be able to defend her and take her away from her comfort zone. I did all of those things just so I could be more of a dominant figure defensively than you ever thought that you could be offensively. That was my mindset walking out on the floor. I didn't believe in bringing blankets as a defender. They said, oh, she put the blanket on you in defense. You didn't get the score. No, I brought plastic. I tried to make sure you didn't breathe. Breathe. If you left that gym, I wanted you to go home, and when you close your eyes, and I would say this to some of the girls, when you close your eyes tonight, you're going to see my number. Oh, number 11. Oh, number 11. That's what I wanted them to leave with.
Were you a trash talker?
Absolutely.
I thought you were a little bit of a trash talker.
Absolutely. But I kept it under wraps because I knew the camera was always on me. I would always smile. If you ever see anything and I walked up to a player and I had a smile on my face, I was trash talking. So the cameras would never say, oh, she was, no. She's smiling. They're having fun. No, I'm never having fun now, playing like that.
Do you see yourself you're doing a lot of player development, and
Yes.
You've been around the league, and you've also done some head coaching.
Yes.
Going back to the coaching, more player development. What's the thing that really rocks you?
Oh, that's C. Being a head coach is something that I really shoot for. Being a director of skill development and director of franchise development, you get an opportunity to coach in a different way. You gain a great relationship with the girls, and you're also learning. You're also gaining a little bit more, putting it in your pocket as a head coach as well. And that's a seat that I would love to sit in one day.
That's cool. Anything going on with charities, or and just what's going on in just community for you?
Well, I like to do a lot of different events, and I got a chance the other day to do the March of Dimes luncheon.
The luncheon, that's a biggie.
And it was amazing. I always have a tremendous time there because of what it really stands for, the lives of our babies and mothers. And it's amazing. And that's what I'm really all about, is being able to have myself positioned to be able to give back. Position myself like you.
I always see you go out. You've been a community person since day one, though.
Sir.
More than I can remember any other basketball. I mean, I just see you all over the place. Is that something you get from your parents?
Absolutely. It's important. If I'm asking or wanting someone to come and watch me play, I have to genuinely, and that's the correct word to use, I have to genuinely be a part of what they do too. I want to go and be a part of what the kids are doing in school, or being a part of what some of these young women are experiencing playing the game of basketball, whether it's practice or whether it's the game itself. It's all about being in the community to let people know that I'm just as real as you are. I'm no different because you might see me playing in WNBA, but there's things also that I'm working towards, and that's being that positive role model for you as well. And I believe in that. I truly believe in that. My mom and my dad, they taught us to be able to give back. But as you're doing things, trust me, little eyes are upon you. Little eyes are upon you, and I will never, ever forget that, because I wouldn't want any kid to see me doing some things that are not right, and then I come to give them a story of what you should do. No, I conduct myself, I think, in the right way. Even if you followed me, be a fly on the wall. I believe I conduct myself in a proper way that I understand how to represent myself first. If I represent myself properly, I'm able to represent an organization. If I can't represent me, I can't represent anything else. And the last name that I carry means the world to me.
That's huge. You look like you're still in phenomenal shape, like you could still play. Now, are you are you all over your fitness? Or is that just deceiving? You're just aging well.
I'm all over my fitness. I love it. I'm a spinner. I spin 5-6 times a week.
Oh, so you're serious about your fitness?
I'm serious about it because I have an injury that I'm trying to figure out exactly what to do with it. Well, doctors are perplexed, so we're trying to figure out exactly how we.
But can you still ball? Can you still play?
Not
so much.
It's more in the foot area. So once I can get that done, I think I'll be okay. Now I'm fine. I can still do what I want to do as far as shooting, but the cutting, the movement that I want to do, not right now.
But if your foot was right, could you still play?
Absolutely.
Wow.
And destroy. And
really?
I'm being totally honest.
I didn't think you were anything
Totally honest. And I'm like, don't allow this foot to get well, because I might ask for a 10-day.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Because you look phenomenal. So obviously, you're eating, you're working out. You're all about it. It's a life choice now.
It's
at
a
this
life
point.
choice.
Yeah.
It's definitely a life choice. It's important to me because I'm being the example for my players as well. I think you have to be the example all the way around. All the way around. You can ask them to do something, but if they don't see you doing it, what are you asking them for?
Same thing, like in the office, I throw people's pizza out, and if they're eating, veal parm, I throw that out. You can't. How are you gonna have a big sales day when you have a big lunch?
That's right.
Big lunches are for losers.
Yeah.
Anyway, have a healthy lunch. That's for winners, because that's what's giving you the fuel to go kick some butt in the afternoon.
I agree.
And it's amazing. If they see me eating something bad, everybody's like pointing their finger. I'm on my best behavior, and I like it. I mean, we all need to be accountable, and I love our office now. It's like a healthy office, and everybody keeps each other accountable.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. Because if you're not healthy, you're on a slide in.
That's why you're successful, holding each other accountable.
Yeah,
that's where the success comes in.
Well, thank you. Listen, I've always been a big fan. So just running into you, we saw each other at a WWE match, which I was rambling on. But, I've always meant to come over, talk to you, and I never managed to do it. But I'm always a big fan. I used to come watch you play all the time. And I was, I was more of a defensive when I was younger. I wasn't a very good player. But I always made sure if I played good defense, coach ain't going to take me out.
Yeah. People don't understand that sacrifice, though. That's a sacrifice of saying, this is going to be my role, and I'm going to be great at my role. It happened for me at Louisiana Tech. Leaving high school, scoring was just simple. I'm at 25 at halftime. That was just easy for me. But when I got to Louisiana Tech, and I'm playing with these girls, all Metro, all Parade, and I was just a little bitty Texas girl. And he said, I'll never forget, he said, if you can play defense on my team, you can be a part of this team. Boom, it switched for me right then. It switched for me. And I remember turning around, and when I turned around, I said, I'm defending you. And she was a senior on the team, and I was a little freshman on the team. But that's when I wanted them to see my approach and my attitude, because I knew I could control that. This is what I can control, is my approach and my attitude. And I went after her. And we became like best buddies, and she put me under her wing. And
I love that.
I started to go.
Because if you're dropping in 25, but then you're giving up 30, What good are you?
What is it? Why? What are you?
I always
doing?
looked at it and said, listen, coach, I may not be scoring a lot, but I ain't giving up
I
anything.
ain't giving up nothing.
I ain't giving it up. So,
giving it up.
I'm not, I'm going to, and also I would go in the huddle always and tell the coach I would take the toughest guy on the other team. You guys figure out how to score. I'm shutting this person down. Coach would be like, that person's like 6 inches tall. And you're like, I got it.
Yeah.
My butt, he'll be feeling it.
But that's a mentality.
And I still to this day, even playing at 59, the mentality, because I keep thinking if I don't do that, the coach is going to take me out. It's just my Sunday game, but I don't care who you are. I'll box you out. And listen, if you box out properly, it doesn't matter how big you are. And I love to let the ball drop. When I'm boxing out somebody, I want that ball to drop, and then I grab it. Oh, did you want this?
See, that's toughing it out right there. That's
the old Garden style, like the old 73 Knicks. Like they let the ball drop.
And let it hit.
And the Garden would go crazy.
But that's a great box out.
That's all gone. Like that's all yesteryear. Like that old school, don't give up the baseline. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's help defense. You can't, help defense is, but boxing out.
But you got to have the mentality of,
I'm
going to keep this ball in front of me. Not when I get beat, but if. That's a big if. If I get beat, I know I got help. So I would tell my help, you don't have to help me. You don't have to help me.
But that more kids don't go to the next level. At least that's what a lot of coaches tell me, because they can't get in front of the ball. They can't stop the person. They
that's
can't
an
move.
issue.
Yeah.
But then I take it a step further. Is if that kid cannot keep the ball in front of him, what are we doing to teach it? Because there's a way to do it. A lot of people teach square up. A lot of people teach send them one way or the other. Some that I see who are squared up, they can't do it because they can't quickly get you from one side to the other beat. They don't know how to drop and go. But if they decide, I'm going to send you to your less dominant side,
which is what Clyde would tell you,
they can easily take you to the help defender. A lot of people can't do it because if you can get over this top leg of mine, I can easily not open up and cut you off, because it's going to take a lot to get over this top leg. But if you're squaring me up, I'm going to do what I want to do with you.
Clyde would say, if you don't know where your defender really likes to go and really does better going, then you haven't done your work.
Yep.
You got to know where the person you're guarding wants to go.
You have to know it,
and then take it away.
And I was like this in a crucial moment. I would tell Cynthia Cooper this. We would always have conversations a lot. I love her. I love Cynthia Cooper, and I put that on record. I love her as my buddy. And I always say, I know you like to go right. I know that, and I know that. And me pushing off my right leg is my power leg defensively. I'm going to stop you going right, because this is my power leg defensively. She's like, no way. Yes, this is what I like to do. But Cooper, you would always have to try things against Cynthia Cooper because she was the best, and that would tell you whether you were incorrect.
You have a lot of
in your
respect
thought.
for Cynthia.
A lot.
By the way, did you ever talk with Clyde about being he's a guarding guy and you're a guarding gal, and did you ever those kind of conversations?
I haven't had that conversation with him, but
because the two of you are a little alike.
I get an opportunity to talk to him. But we don't really talk the game of basketball. We might just talk just a little bit and how he's doing, how's things going.
He's masterful still to this day.
Man,
but I can't believe how many, if I had a guy like Clyde sitting 2 feet off the court, nobody goes and asks him anything. I'd be like, Clyde, what am I doing wrong? What am I missing?
You have to. And that's why I always go back to Cynthia Cooper, because I would always try those things with her, defending her, because she was the best. She was the best. So I want to try certain things against her. We were roommates. The best of roommates and best of friends on the USA team. So I knew the things that she wanted to do and how she wanted to become the best at what she does. So for me to be the best defender, let me go after you, because she was the best. So I would try all those little things defending her. Oh, heck, it didn't work against Coop, so I better not try that again. So I would always figure out,
I like that,
all the time, what works, because she was the best, and I would try it against her.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Going to look forward to watching you more and doing some stuff with you at Steiner here. We got to get you busy a little bit, because you're going to be unbelievable in training, developing, and hopefully even, I'm sure at some point you're going to be a head coach soon.
I appreciate you.
Somebody's going to take advantage of you.
Well, we all thank you so much. I definitely thank you for having me and just having conversation with me and keeping things real. You keep it 100
it's a
all
joy.
the time.
It's an honor for me, man, to get hooked up. I love women's basketball, as people know, and I've always loved your game. Love it.
Thank you so much.